My sounds are still slightly quieter from yesterday because the bus is loud, very loud, and nothing else is loud. So, can't honestly clip. I'm kind of curious as well. Didn't they claim that I banned them, specifically me? But I wouldn't know what their username is because it's guaranteed to be different to their Discord name. So, but first, I need a favor from the chat. At least the ones that are not subscribed so far. What I need you to do is go over to the YouTube and sub. 3 to go. Do it. This is supposedly the real-time updating. I need you to go over there and do it. 3. What he subbed. Well, then it doesn't count for you. That's fine. I need you to go over there and do that. Don't unsub and resub. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Well, there we go. Ah, that was quick. Ah, very good. Let's keep it. Keep it. Don't do that. Got a goddamn screenshot of that now. Boom. Lovely. I've recorded it. It's there. Good. Thank you, chat. Big fan. How's yeah? Very good. It counts. I've locked it in. It counts. It's fine. Hello, Anna. Welcome in. That was very quick. You got the last one. Congratulations. Have a flower. Appreciate that. Yeah, the streaming on the Shorts feed, it also puts the vertical version of the YouTube stream into the Shorts feed as well. So I guess that boosted it up. Because after yesterday's stream was on it and Monday's stream was on it, after Monday's one, it shot up by like 30 during the duration of the stream. And it doesn't usually do that. So that's pretty good. Now we can get on with what we're doing today. Now we can do that. So. This is still in Kiel. This is where I last edited my vehicle anyway. So we're nowhere near the busy place. First report, where do you think? Is it going to be Düsseldorf? No. It's the Alps. Okay. The yellow one, that's at the top. This is the bottom. There we are. The Alps. You got 666. Oh, that's a devilish number. Mr. Asian, thank you for the rules.
Congratulations on 12,000 subscribers, Krew. Enjoy your stream tonight.
I will. Thank you for the 100 biddies, Ollie. I appreciate that. Very kind of you, big fan. I'm using Snowy Moon V2, yes. The lighting V2. I believe Snowy makes something else, the level of quality or something, level of graphics, something like that. Not using that one. It makes tunnels look very bright. Very good. Ooh, buzz. Oh. But it does make things look a little bit weird, you know? The graphics aren't all the way up. I was tempted to see what it would look like with the first smidge percentage of motion blur going on, so the very corners of the screen would look blurry. Level of detail. Yes. The phrase is normally level of detail. I think their one is levels of graphics, is like log. Tell.exe, hope not. That's naughty. If basically, if at any point they're still mentioning it and then they link a video or anything, I'll delete that. Yeah, we're not doing that. There. Nice. Where's this? This is the Innsbruck to Klagenfurt road, the IK road. I may not count that because you were already in the process of slowing down and your brakes were just not enough. Yeah, it's a smooch there. Why'd you remix Katy Perry? Because that song in particular was trending and I thought, it sounds alright. I wonder what it would sound like if it had a remix on it. And the reason the song was trending is because there's a sample of a song that people found out it was from the Katy Perry song. What I'm doing, and what I recorded a little bit of earlier, is showing some of the different sounds that make up the song. So I'll do one of these like, hey, I released this. Here's what it actually sounds like. Here's all the sounds that made it. That'd be good. What service? Sim 1. This is too busy. How about every time someone asks what this road is, I don't tell them. And instead, I say this road is Frankfurt to Prague. Report doesn't exist. It did. Now it doesn't. Wondered what it would sound like when your grubby hands touch him. Hey, that means I would have done a bad job. Huh? The file is broken. That does happen sometimes, yeah. Hello, Cricket. Welcome in. You've never seen it before. Well, that's the place that replaced the CD road as the busiest one. Europort, CD, IK. That's the progression we've had so far. And then F to P if you make that one busy as well. So many of these abbreviations for names. This person is just in a rush. But if you're overtaking and someone's already going at 90 something, that means the overtake will take you forever. Way too long. There we go, you bailed on it. Good. Thank you for doing that. Oh geez. Well, there we go. But I believe that was an accident as well. Yeah, did you see everyone went, and they stuttered there? So not including that, there's still a lot more to go. I really want you to be able to see people's speed. I want you to see that. 70 at Duisburg, likely because it has a service. If you F7 from Dusseldorf, do you end up in Duisburg? Probably. Can you ask? Can you ask something? Yes, you can ask something. This I wouldn't suggest people doing. I did ban someone for doing that, only when there was an oncoming person. There, that's not too bad. Duisburg or Cologne. Does it depend exactly where you are? But if Duisburg is a choice for that, then that's why there's people there. They really don't want to slow down, do they? You do know this road is not made for this kind of speed, you know? You can ease off the brakes a bit. He's going to claim that this person was speeding up to prevent it. If you speed up 10 kilometers an hour, there's virtually no difference. That was really close. That was really close. Really close. Saved by that person having a small lag spike. If they didn't do that, there might have been a bit of a scratch. Your 5060 Ti hates the Alps. Hey, enjoy having a 5060. Enjoy having a 50 series at all. What do you mean it hates the Alps? Every system hates the Alps. What do you mean? Have you used a triple trailer? No, I have not. I've used a double. Have I ever used the HCT? Maybe. I'm not sure. CPU, yes. The game is CPU bound. Rendering all the things in would still be graphics, but processing it all, I guess, is CPU. Hello, Vic. How you doing? Can I blame Vic for the fact that my coach doesn't work anymore because it has a horn on it and now it doesn't work? But I do own the DLC. So I'm blaming you. Soz? I'm assuming that's the issue anyway. So I had to swap to my truck again, and that's so that the server didn't keep kicking me. That was a bit of a mess there. Can I look at ban ID? No. You want to see what you did wrong? No. If it wasn't issued by me, then it's got nothing to do with me. If it doesn't have a video yet, as long as you've appealed, you should get a video at some point. Appealing is the first start. Because otherwise you end up like people that come into the stream or in the Discord server and they say, can I talk to you a minute? And I'm like, It's like it's electric. I just don't hear it. Oh, I do, but it's broken. Right. There's the engine. That's what it's meant to sound like. Did that even work? Waz, no, that's not going to work doing that. No. Is that still collision? It is still collision because the industry itself is over there. So I assume they didn't intend on saying that. Thank you for the ad time. Give it a moment. It should. There it is. Gamba. And then what do? Do you park near them? You park right in front of them, eh? Just blocking their photo? That's fine, though. I get that it's a bit petty, but, you know. Right in front. Technically, you're out the way, eh? Still there? Oh, no, now they're next to them. It's fine, then. Not replying anything, though. It's very rude, yeah. Can we make an obsession? Can we kick people for blocking photos? Very, very rude. Yeah, since 1966, and if we win, 60 years later, that'd be a cool anniversary, wouldn't it? Because isn't 66 the only time that we've ever done that? How many times have we gotten close? I'm wondering if the Slavy person is an alt of something, because have you seen their pronouns that they've set on Discord as well? You're not cool. Not even edgy, it's just silly. Look at what they've set their pronouns to. Not what the pronouns feature is for. If you don't care about using personal pronouns, don't set them. You hear the humming? My God. So many buses. This is what a major bus station actually sounds like in the real world. Automatically kid? It just is. Just is, yeah. I'll have to time them out. Coaches will be a DLC. This coach is a mod. It's a mod supported on the servers, so you don't need to download anything. They teleported. Nice. And we're in Duisburg. You don't need to download anything to get this. I will need to have a look. Apparently, in the changelog that was from this morning, they've also moved the cars into the modded dealership as well. Your better Discord broke. Don't say that. It's funny to see when not much actually happens. See, I've never really seen anything happen, but when someone mentions or shows a screenshot that is a custom theme from one of those mods, naughty. It's against Discord's TOS, but they don't exactly enforce it, do they? So it's gonna end wrong. Oh, there we go. Push each other out of the way. Bulgarian. The common players fancy star vehicles. Oh, do they now? The regular folk. Bulgarian politics. Like Steam's one. It was more noticeable before Discord added the actual complete themes thing that's part of Nitro. Back when it was just a plain thing. That is... You know when you both leave at the same time? It's just annoying. It's just a bit annoying, that one. Oh, the phasing. This is Dusseldorf here. So apparently now you're being forced through the industry or something. While we're here, we might as well have a look. Hacking, supposedly. Prime? This is a mess, though. What about the poor people that genuinely want to take a jump from it? That's so loud. Turn that down. Do you hackers often? Surprisingly, no. People get reported for hacking, but not very often you actually see someone that's genuinely hacking. Once every several dozen reports, I'm sure. Oh, and they're all tipping over, because that's what happens when you all leave at the same time. Let's just get a nice replay on that one. No one's hacking in this situation. This is just what happens when you all leave at the same time. Just explode out of the industry. Where did that car even come from? Oh, there they are. Squish out, squish out. That one goes to the side. Another one to the side. I'm mad at him for mentioning it. Okay, so... But he likes having the N-word as his pronouns, does he? He feels proud of that, no? That's why positive progress doesn't get made towards people that want to identify by something different. If people take the piss out of it and talk about it in different ways. Oh, you tagged me. Did you tag me? I'm just gonna let me do that. You're timed out for now. completely timed out for now. If you have a Twitch account, come into the stream. And if it's a person I've encountered before and you're banned in the stream, then that'd be very funny. So, single file in and out. Coming in is going this way. Okay, and coming out is going this way. So that they don't go all the way around here, which is fine. I guess that splits them up. Oh, it's you, Christian. Oh, I thought you were just saying it in general. You removed your pronouns. Why do you have that as your pronoun anyway? You are baiting in the replies on the chat. You joined the server specifically to make me look at your appeal. Blah, 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 blah. That's not what the server's for. Doing anything but actually using the system in question. Yeah? You adult. Correct. You're in the stream. Feel free to stay in the stream. How are they on the bus? It is a vehicle you can use on the servers. And that reminded me to have a look, actually. Company, truck manager, truck dealers, mod dealer. The Torvego is there, locked, unlocked, where all the cars now are, and then Scout specifically is there. I see, so the other Scout's there, and then the bottom one, behind the cam, there's a Scout icon, is here. Oh, they can see what they all are. Oh, I see, you can see all these vehicles, eh? The Lambo's in that list. But then there's the Torvego as well, so that's still there. It's probably an experiment to try and keep people in a nice formation, because if people are in a nice singular straight line, traffic can move a bit easier, instead of people going in both lanes and trying to pass each other, which they will probably end up doing anyway. Why can't you put gifts? Because you are not a Ko-fi member. Ko-fi members and Nitro Boosters, I think Nitro Boosters, have that as a perk. It's loud. It's loud. Are they making more buses? I have no idea. At the moment, I believe they only want to use one bus for now. No, Christian, I get what you mean. You're saying that you didn't do it, but do you know what I'm saying, though? My Discord server is not the appeal. If your appeal was declined, that's unfortunate. You were told to go to the next step up. None of that process uses the Discord server. That's just not how it works. And you were being messed with by some people that were saying that they also got banned and such as well. So I told them not to do that. But hey, well, that's my opinion. You don't need my opinion on it. If it was me that banned you, you'd get your opinion in the appeal. Otherwise, it's got nothing to do with me. They stuttered there and also hit the wall. That's not their fault. Gave you money? No, you donated, I think. You didn't become a member. I think that's what it was. I think you were the one where you were wondering how to do it, and then you donated instead of becoming a member. And I thought originally it was just all donators that could do it. I swear it was all donators that can do it. Maybe I would have to change that. Who knows? No, the first crash, maybe not. Have a second opinion. In the appeal, yes. Not somewhere else. In the appeal itself. But usually a second appeal is really useful if the first one was either closed due to not having a reply in time, or something actually adds to the discussion, not repeating the same point. They hit the wall again. Why'd you hit the wall twice, eh? Are you stuttering a bit? Is that why you're stuttering a bit much? But hey, they didn't drive out immediately. Sounds good. Who's it locked for? Players. Normal players can't access it. Same person. Yes. I understand how a lot of people have said that you want to get a different opinion on the matter, and that's what feedback is for, technically. Because that's not responded to by the same person. The person that banned you knows what you did. They're not going to be biased, because otherwise they wouldn't have the role. They're just the ones that banned you in the first place. Banned for 3 months, Ryan, why would you do that? Hackers PC. Hackers have managed to find ways to use other accounts. They try and use other accounts. I don't know what the entire process on their behalf is, but it's easy for us to ban them again. Very easy. as if it's adding more to us. Not really. Zyro, welcome in. If feedback gets approved, the ban will be removed. That's how that works, yes. Feedback, think of it as like you've gone to your teacher as the appeal, and then feedback is like you've gone to the principal, the head teacher. Think of it like that. Use a passive hack and a speed hack, but you don't use it all the time. On TMP? Why would you admit you use them, though? Passive, like to go into ghost mode? You're not going to need to use that like in GTA. You know when you go in passive mode because you know someone's going to target you? Don't do that. That's different. You want to play the buses? I know you do. This bus is actually available in single player as well, if you want. For the Falklands? No, no. Can you drive 150 on highways? On Sim 2, yes, not Sim 1. Didn't slow down in time, did you? How are you going to get that? Oh, that was kind of smart. Maybe you've done that before. And this is rolling down the hill, right? This is downhill? Yeah, slightly. There. That's why they're slowly going above the limit. Can you get kicked? If you're on Sim 1 and you haven't built up your speed by going downhill, as in you've cheated to get your speed, then yes, you can get banned. You don't want to be stuck at 110. Brad, that's not the point. Why are you playing a truck game then? You do know that trucks in the real world are limited to 90, right? If you were limited to 90, a lot more people would be annoyed by it. But the fact that you have a little bit more is fine. That's fine. Play on Sim 2. Sim 2's 150. If that's still not enough, arcade. On arcade, you can go as fast as your truck will let you. Do we do that for the rejoin of the road? Sort of not at any point slowing down. They wanted to maintain it to then jump back up. It's reckless. It's reckless to a degree. Yeah, it kind of counts. You can go 20 kilometers more. Yeah. You going 110 is fine. Do you actually do these jobs and speed hack with these jobs? I just don't get the point of it. There's no point. Really. I get why they do it, but there's no actual point. Speeding's part of 12.5. It is. But in the TikTok chat, they're not talking about speeding. They're talking about speed hacking, which is different. You're in Sim 1 right now. You're evading. Ooh, you're so cool. Wow, I want to be like you when I grow up. So cool. Be banned or kicked for being patient or cautious by going slower. No, that's good. I would applaud you for being a bit more patient. Keeping a bit of distance, going a little bit slower than you need to. It's good. If you were being banned for that, not as in going really, really, really slow. If you were going just slightly slower, that would be very, very surprising. You tell your mum that, yeah, obviously you're not going to tell me your number because, you know, you're being funny, aren't you? But I hope you feel cool. I have seen it, yes. The idea is interesting to make people go in a single lane through the industry. When someone explained it earlier, I was trying to picture it. And I wondered what that would look like. FP check. Different time. Don't have to check it every time. I can tell you to go to F to P. That's all I can do. Was it this? Was it the merge at the beginning? What exactly was it? You recommend appealing a ban even though you're in the wrong? If you know you're in the wrong, it's likely the appeal won't be accepted, because that's the point. There we go. Anyone can appeal. But if you know you absolutely did something wrong, then, you know. Good job. That was a little nudge out the way. Like, you could consider that inappropriate overtaking. You're just passing them and then nudging them because you're limited to the city speed limit. It still kind of counts. I banned you, Krewlex. You're only messing, that's a stupid idea. So you're messing with me, No, but I have had that happen before. When people genuinely come into the chat and they're saying, oh, I'm on a server, but I'm banned. I'm like, do you want a medal? Do you want me to say, oh my god, wow, what's your number? I'm going to come and ban you right now. But they want the attention from it, you know? Because they have to go down that low to be able to use a cheat. So. Should you wait till Monday? Up to you. You can if you want. It won't disappear. The date that you get billed is fixed regardless, like the day that you originally did it. So, you're speed hacking right now? Naughty, naughty. I think he's lying. Yeah. Maybe he actually is, but he was trying to double bait me and say he's not. Who knows? It's too hot to be on TMP? It's been okay. I've seen some videos actually, which I kind of agree with. I wonder if we're slightly getting acclimatized now, because past few days and last week or so it's been sort of mid to high 20s, but it's been cloudy. And we find ourselves saying, oh, it's only 27 degrees, only 26 degrees. What do you mean, only? We're not like that. Why are we saying that? Suddenly 26 degrees is fine now? What the hell? I cannot wait for winter. Oh my god, it's going to be so nice. What is it today? Wednesday. 15th it is. Why? Question getting dodge. What if you're impatient and curious? Cautious. What was the question before that? I don't know if it's possible. You can guess when an F-up is going to happen? That's fine. That's good. It's so rare for someone to say that, like, genuinely they're just driving normally, they take their time. You can stop at lights if you wish, you don't have to, that's totally fine. It's just nice because it's so rare. I applaud you for being just chill. You know, you're a chill driver, you're fine. You don't have to put your foot down. Yes, it will get you there faster, but what's the fun in that? What's the point in that, eh? What's the need? There's no need. But if you were banned for going very, very slow, then there's a difference. That's why I briefly mentioned that. If you're going, say, like this person, if they stayed at 30, that's too slow. That's too slow. There's a certain threshold you need to be above. There's no need for you to go that slow. If you were going 50 and the area's limit was, the signpost might have said 60, that's fine. Usually. Diffraction, both of them are the same. On Twitch you get music, if you want some music in the background. Other than that, it's exactly the same. Not 2 weeks. 2 weeks would be easier, wouldn't it? No, this is just what I've defaulted to. One-time speed. Where's this? Ooh, below Frankfurt. Why are TMP mods so ridiculous? What do you mean in general? What makes it ridiculous? I've seen many examples of people saying that we ban too much, too quick. There's over 100 people that are able to ban, though. So, I think generalizing it is just doesn't work. It's too much. You have to watch this all the way through. You try to go the correct speed, but in corners you're going 30 to 40. Red lights you do bypass if you see someone on the map you stop for them. That's exactly what I would do, yeah. If no one's there, you can go through them. But there's no harm in, like, stopping for them. If you choose to drive with all your fines and all your regular default settings on, that's totally fine. You're only policed if something's bad. And it is funny, again, to see that so many people are used to driving dangerously to the point where someone driving normally is considered the outlier. The anomaly. Why'd you remove the roll? Because it was done manually. There was no automated thing at the time. So I just had to add the roll manually, and I didn't bother keeping up with who joined and who left. Could not be bothered. They had no perk on the server by being the roll. It was just a thing I gave them. Couldn't be bothered. You're being close to a crash because the person You were overtaking, started accelerating. Oh, so the person you went around had been crashed into and then they started going again? I see. Yeah, it was kind of like a vanity roll. It was just a thing like, hey, this person's stuff. It didn't mean anything. Tried to message you? Yeah. Well, it's because they're timed out for like a day, so ignore it. Hello, Oliver. Mru. What do you call me? This better end with something good, because nothing's happened so far. Can he untime out? No. No. Not for now. I could have timed you out for just an hour, but I bet you do the same thing again, so I think that length of time out is good to cover it. So it's to stop you from replying to other people. Just be in the server, be chill. And in case you were going to talk about Yuban again. There is a person behind them, but the person never caught up. You see the dot back there? Never, and they're slowly getting out of range. What's the problem then? Huh? That was a good 1 times, wasn't it? The dogs. Woof woof, you'll hear the dogs outside coming through the mic. They're yelling at each other again. Woof. It's very loud. Did you... When the person spawned in, did you just hit them at that time? Is that what happened? Because why did you crash when you were away from them? That was weird. If your controller's battery died and you crashed, that's kind of hard to prove that, if that makes sense. But if you... Is there a way of showing and easily seeing what the battery percentage is? There should be. So if you're driving and it's on maybe 5% and you want to take your chances, that is still on you. You're not expecting to know exactly when it's going to die, but it is still on you to be in control of it, you know? It's loud, yes. Woof. It is loud. You respect? Brads, I appreciate that. Don't be silly Billy. Your PS5 controller, it wouldn't show. I don't know how that would work. I'm assuming, at least with the Xbox controller, when that's plugged in to the sort of Windows version of it, I think there is a way of showing the percentage. I mean, I have mine wired. Anyway. It's just plugged in. Just plug it in. I always find it funny where like, if someone is playing in with the wireless controller, but you're not sitting any further away than you would be normally, what's the point of playing in wireless then? If you're sitting on the couch and the TV is in front of you, then yeah, the wire would be quite long. But if you're sitting like here, just by your screen, plug it in. What's the problem? Doc, I don't need to respond to you because you're telling me to check out someone. And I don't need to though, do I? Middle lane. No, in the demos, the cones and such don't show up. That middle lane going through the border thing, I believe is still... That was close. Closed. Still closed. A Linux phone. You can control everything now. When someone lags and you crash into them, is it your fault the person who lagged? Neither. If someone is stuttering a lot and they're just constantly freezing in front of you, you can try your best to avoid them. You can try. Was this for the corner bit? Here. Like, there's a bit of a stutter. And those two bumped into each other, you know? But nothing else went wrong. Unless it was somewhere back here. So yeah, there would be cones here. This lane here is blocked off. But we don't see them. More rumbles. Falco. Stay safe, mate. CD is full. CD is currently busy because of the bus route that goes through there. There are the cones, you see? Going through that lane. You're new, welcome in. I'm glad you enjoy it. Yes, indeed. It's always stuff to do. The bus route between Calais and Dusseldorf is the one that goes on the CD road. I assume most of what the CD road's path would have been. Oh, imagine if we had these coaches, like we did with the D-bus, during the actual CD road time. Wow, there'd be so much traffic on that. Just like we have here. So you should be very lucky that there is no coach route that goes through the Alps. Because, oh my god. Even though people are voluntarily taking their coaches here anyway. I assume you don't have anyone on board? Yeah, no one? No, no. That would be a pretty interesting route. Yeah. There's chaos. Oh yeah, there have been several reports in this area. Oh yeah. Most of them will be here. The short that went out today was talking about when I first found a report on the F2P road. Since then, I think I've had one or two more. But they're pretty good. Is it Bus MP? Bus MP, and there's a truck here caught in between the traffic. Look, he looks out of place, doesn't he? He stands out. Oh, they could use Truckee, yes, because currently the bus routes with this one built in don't track properly on Truckee or the other systems, right? They're not logged correctly. The ETRC trailers? I remember that event. That was a very fun event. When people couldn't see that trailer, it was glitching back and forth. Remember that. Yeah, you'd have to use another program to make... yeah, they're not considered jobs. No. Supposed to take the lane. Yeah, I guess he wants to turn somewhere else. There isn't really any other way you can turn. He might think he's overtaking, though. But, you're not. There are 2 lanes. Maybe that's why it's reported. Can both turn to the side? I assume so. Yeah, maybe that'll be fixed at some point. It would be nice for them to be logged like that, because then a lot of people would do them. Yeah, so the 2 lanes here, you can go around like this. Are you stuck on? And then you just continue, because you don't need to stop at the bus stop. You just need to go, just go. Look at all waiting. Have you got people on board? You should be going. You're delaying them. Go. D-Bus's ones did log, I think. D-Bus also had its own little website thing that you could log on. We had a VTC, or a BTC, I guess if you want to call it. No, a VBC. It's a little VTC, but for buses, on that website. Only when you're in the loading state, this turns into a non-collision. For you, specifically. Report blocking? Isn't it tell me the YouTuber? The one that uses an AI voice in their videos. How are they blocking? They're in the queue. What are you talking about? I think the YouTuber, right? Nice voice. Thank you. Hello, Valor, big fan. I think it's an AI voice. Yeah, that's not them. That's not their voice. No, I think I've heard it say weird things before. But they used to do just gameplay videos. I would rather you just do that instead of using an AI voice, you know? I understand if you don't want to use your voice. Maybe you're not good at speaking, or you just don't like the sound of your own voice. That's totally fine. It definitely is blocking. Don't use an AI voice. Come on now. This is me like assuming I think it is one. I'm not 100,000% sure unless I listen to it, because AI is getting good at speaking, but there are some things it doesn't say correctly. Sometimes the way it says a word, like it emphasizes the wrong part of a word. Or something like that. Yeah. Sometimes that's not good. I don't know how they got there, but I mean, they sat there the entire time. Maybe they're still there now. The short name. The Alps one is the IK road, because it goes between I and K. CD, IK, FP, so on and so on. But it's easy just to say the Alps, because you're within the Alps. You're fine. Busiest road is the Alps road, the IK road. Missed your turn. Oh, that's dangerous. Oh, you can tell how people don't really reverse too much, or when they reverse, they're under pressure, because they end up going wrong. That was good. That was actually good, because the nearest person, they might have just seen you do that, but hey, at least they weren't really close to you at that time. Yeah. Interesting. That's not too bad. What is the FP route? Oh, good question. Good, correct. It's between Frankfurt and Prague down here. Number 6. Very reminiscent of the CD road, for those that remember that. That's a good segue into showing it off, isn't it? Maybe. IK, not AK. Innsbruck with an I to Klagenfurt with a K. Here is Munich. That's nowhere near. Kirkenes reports, I don't have the newest version of ProMods yet, so I cannot do those reports. But sometimes we do. I don't know when I last did ProMods moderation. They're only Kirkenes reports. You'd be lucky to get something outside of that area. And even then, it will probably be just down the road. You know? As you get on the right, there is, I don't know if you can see in the bottom right corner of it, there's a little thing to change, to drag. You can change the size of it and then drag the top part just to move it around. Like that. But now I have to put it there. That's not even an OCD thing, it just looks nice in that corner. The IK has more people, yes, but I was one of the ones that made the IK road busy because I suggested people go there. A lot of people don't like it because it's being ruined because too many people are there and they're being silly. It's too bendy, which means more people are visible in one place. So it's laggy, so it's bad. And people get stuck on the corners. So that's why we're suggesting something else like the Frankfurt to Prague road, which is mostly a straight line. Just like the CD road was. So you have a bit of home sweet home, because otherwise they're going to keep getting stuck on these little corners here. So go Frankfurt to Prague, try it out. It does have some nice bends, yes, it's not a dead straight road. But it certainly is straighter than this. So it's pretty good. Small route? What, this is a small route? This one might seem smaller, but it's because the road is so squished. If you were to stretch out all the bends of this road, it would be a very long road. What is the actual length of the road? Has anyone measured it? These roads are base game. This is base game. The reason why it's busy is because it's base game. It looks like DLC though. Prime. I'll have a look back around that corner again. Ooh! Yes, what happens when you enter the tunnel at full speed? You acknowledged that a crash was going to happen there. You did apologise. But why'd you do that? Let's just double check around this, because people don't slow down when they're on this tunnel part. Campervan animation. Oh, well, there we go. Animation in what sense? That. Maybe there's a bit of lag involved there, but hey, you went out your lane a bit. Hey, what's up with that, eh? It wasn't overtaken. It was just the regular two. IK Road. This is the IK Road. Adjusted the physics of the caravan, added semi-animated trailer brace. The bit that where it moves when you attach to it? Or does it show the... I wonder if it's seen here. Like this bit, does this bit now move or something when you actually go and connect to it? Does this lift up? No? I don't use the Logitech wheel. No. The Logitech wheel is in storage. I have the Moser truck sim wheel, which I've been enjoying for about 7 months now. Basically since the start of the year. 3 vehicles crashed into you. Sucks. RIP. Yeah, whenever someone asks what the IK is, I say Frankfurt to Prague instead. Hey, this does look nice because you got back and forth people, you know. That one was a ban. For their view, unintentionally bumping into people, but it would have been prevented if you just slowed down. Ooh, that was a scratch as well. It did lag there. Falling caravan. Oh, where it tilts forward a bit? No, and then I guess in some areas you cannot reconnect to it. I guess so. If someone is genuinely lagging and stuttering and you accidentally bump into them blind, it depends on the scenario, because it's each scenario. Usually, when I see if someone's actually stuttering and someone is trying to avoid it, then, you know. But I have also been in the situation myself, where even if I feel I'm a good distance away from someone that's laggy and they have one big stutter, it still hits me. So, you can't escape. You can't get away from it. So, like, this person needs to shift up. But they're not going that fast, so maybe not. Are you going to do an overtake as well? The one in front went for it. This is not DLC. No. Mr. Day, welcome in. Few, big fan. Nick, Donda, World. I need to be responding to all these. We hit 12k, chan, at the beginning of the stream. 12k on the red level. Crazy. Getting about 1k a month in the last few months, which is insane to think about. That was close. You still feel bad? Why? Oh, with the weather? That'd be fine. How do you play it? On this road, or you mean the multiplayer in general? Big dots. Everyone has the dots. I don't even know if you can turn them off anymore. I think you can. They should be on by default. If you mean the colors of the dots, you can change those. Okay. What really was the problem here, though? This, where you got a little bit close and then they had to panic? Dots are small. Sometimes the dots appear small. Yeah, there have been some updates where the dots appear. There's one where they appeared really big first. Then it got fixed and they appeared really small. That's one pass. But there's plenty of people in the area. It was quite a close overtake, though. Because the one in front also went for it. You got that one done there. Trying to overtake on a curve. They survived. Ooh, they also hit as well. Ooh, we have to do a 2-in-1 here, I guess. That's close. That's really close, man. I'll do that. And then you. Just like that. Look at that. 2-in-1. Did I ban you? Maybe I did. Who knows? Someone might have. There's other people doing reports. The green name means someone else is doing a report. Of which 3 of them doing reports, so maybe it was one of them. Appeal it and you'll get a video from whoever it was. Nice. Are you playing on that road? This is the I to K road, the Alps road. And yes, this is on TruckersMP. Every moving vehicle is a person. Give me your World Cup prediction. I don't really know, because I haven't bothered watching the actual games themselves this so far. I mean, obviously I would support England, because I am. But that's about it. It'd be nice to see us do well. You know, we've gotten this far, which is pretty impressive. In previous World Cups, have there been any where we've gotten this close before? Like, have we reached semi-finals before? I think they're going to bring it home. It would be nice. And then we can all sing that one song that is arguably the unofficial national anthem. Because the English people, they really like their football, don't they? Nice, that's nice. What specs am I going to have? I would like, ideally, a 50 series GPU. That would be nice. Basically, is it too unrealistic to say that I'd like basically the top end stuff so I can sort of have good resources for next few years? You know, that would be nice. I saw a video about the Love Parade one, yes. Because they didn't space out the people correctly. A lot of them did get squished. 5070, 5080, that'd be nice. It's mainly because playing all the games, 5080, yeah. Playing all the games, be nice to render those. I don't have to play the games at full graphics though. I play the game at what I think looks nice because I know it's not going to look the same on stream. So I don't need to play it in 4K ultra ray tracing if you're not going to see it in that exact same way. It's mainly for the sake of recording multiple things and scenes at the same time. streaming, so a good CPU would be good for that. And rendering also uses CPU and GPU. Because when I have an editing project that's got quite a lot of stuff in it, it has to, you know, it takes a while to cache first, and then playback can be laggy as well sometimes. So that'd be nice. RAM, I mean, you know, RAM is very expensive, but it would be nice. More than that. Yeah, Ryzen 9. I'm thinking, like, you know, the top end stuff, like, imagine a 5090, obviously, and the 9950X3D, whatever the hell it's called. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? That future-proof. 64 gigs of RAM? Perfect. Current specs, they're on the Twitch stream. There's a panel below the Twitch stream listing all the specs. Did you just go in a giant loop? I think you did. 16 gigs of RAM. Rendering other people. What do you mean? What is the rendering? The render distance? Low. Mine's on low. Exactly. You wouldn't have to upgrade from a decade. Again, this PC at the moment is 5 years old, and I know a lot of stuff has... I think at the time the 40 series was either just come out or wasn't out. Very low. If you're in a busy area, I believe if it's ticked, which I think it is by default, you will automatically see less people to save your PC. How is this reckless if they're just going in a loop? Maybe that. How's their bus? You're able to use the bus. The bus is supported on the server. You can see it through the mod dealership. That, because they went through the red light, it's, well, you know, going through a red light and being dangerous is what's worth the punishment, but that's not that bad. You were lucky, though, that it didn't suddenly turn green and then the person started moving. It turned green seconds after you passed them, which was close. 5060, 32 gigs, and an R5 5600. That sounds pretty good. It all depends on what you're using it for, that's the thing. So if I wasn't doing any streaming or like video stuff and I was just a normal gamer, I wouldn't need so many of the good components. It just all costs a lot, you know? All in due time. Play Minesweeper, yeah. What I'm going to do is get all those things. The amount of top streamers, by the way, that are basically React slop streamers, they just react to stuff all day. They have really good PCs because they get given them by all these big brands. You are wasting it. Really? You're watching videos all day on your 5090? Brother. I think that's the joke, because I think XQC is one of those that has really... I know he plays a lot of variety games as well, but he's always seen reacting to stuff. So it's... Come on. Yeah, I need to make the slop. Yeah, I need to just bundle in with what everyone else is doing. That's the only way to succeed now. You need to slow down that much? That looked like you were maybe tabbed out for a second. Because you were slowing down. 5070 Ti. I think 5070 Ti and 5080 are basically the same. Not literally the same, but they might as well be the same. So either one of those would be fine. Because there is also a, especially in the 40 and the 50 series, a better chip that's specifically used for encoding streams on OBS. It doesn't use the main part of the GPU, it uses a certain part of the GPU just for the stream, which is good. So, you know. Oh, there we go. Now, what was that about? First one, I might have, you know, benefit of the doubt. This one, however, that's quite a sharp swerve to the left. Why? Why? Now, what I need is a thread ripper, and what's the one that they do that's for 3D rendering? There's like an NVIDIA Titan or something ridiculous. That's so insanely OP that it would be funny to use it for gaming, but I don't think it would work for gaming. So. I need to get Beam. Nah. We do check web reports, but not on stream. Welcome into the stream, big fan. You wouldn't see us looking at web reports. 8,000? That's probably the one I'm thinking of. I've worked with a lot of people that isn't Innsbruck to Klagenfurt. Sadly, no. Nothing is comparable to it in terms of the amount of people. Currently, for the buses, Dusseldorf has too many people. But if you want a nice road that you should make popular, Frankfurt to Prague. Be part of the movement, okay, that makes that place busy. Do it. Adding someone for reckless driving is just pixels, bro. It's a simulator, bro. That's the whole point of playing on this. You drive properly. Am I supposed to just allow someone else to bump into someone else? This isn't GTA, bro. It's different. What do you find good and bad? I don't really know about bad. Good is that it's ideal if you want something that looked like a city road. If that was the busiest road instead of the Alps, it would have been exactly the same. Like, oh my god, go from one to the other and you still take the same vibe. But no, they had to go to the Alps first. But it's similar, you know. This is Collision. 1,000+ mods for a simulator. So I'm supposed to let people bump into each other. Am I supposed to ignore one person's peaceful driving being interrupted because it's just the game? Is that it? Because again, it's like GTA. That we love. No, it's not. That's why it's a game, and people can play in vehicles that they don't drive in real life. I think you're the confused one. Hello, Reese. Big fan. Welcome in. Anyway, you're in the stream. You're welcome to stay in the stream. This is what we do on the stream, so feel free to stay if you want. You don't have to. I'm sure you've got better things to do. Where's this? Hamburg. Yes. Hamburg. I assumed that was because they kept bumping into the guy's trailer. See, that's reported for reckless, but it's not reckless, because that's not that bad. Maybe they had limited space to do it. Perhaps. Look at the spam. Look at the spam. You have Trump as your picture? Yeah. YouTube's moderation system is really bad, by the way. So the sense of like you have to click and it takes a bit of time for it to kick in. It's not that good. It's not that good. FPS here, 35. From this angle. Any Prague reports? No, sadly not. Not yet. What was that? Someone on a throwaway account spelling out the N-word. They spelled it wrong, though. You had one job, and you spelled it wrong. Kicks moderation? Yeah. Can't like that. You get someone following, and then you say, hey, welcome to the stream, and they say, hey, and then the next thing they say is, oh, we should connect on Discord. Like, really? Ooh, this is the trailer that's not allowed, right? Right, because, yeah. Because those two don't connect. Ah. How do you become a mod? You would apply for it. And you missed the chance to apply for it. 2-ish weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago. Sucks, you were so close. You love the vids? I'm glad you do. Streamer mode is what censors the names. So everyone is just player. It doesn't matter who is who. Connecting not allowed. This doesn't connect. It's a trailer that doesn't have any double or triple variation. You can see all those coaches there. God, that's so loud, man. So the fact they have to use the connection from something else to mimic the same, to make a double. Same with the triple. Why is it not allowed? Because it's floating. The save it rule mentions floating. Storm kicked him twice. What, exact same with the same trailers? Oh, with an easy ban then. If it's in real time and I'd see them, you'd make them try and change it first. Wasn't there a warning? I don't know. We need to have warnings for all the variations. This one's quite common. We need to have all the possible combos. So they are here. Are you still here, I wonder? Unlikely. Oh, you are. That's the same. There we go. You've just taken a new job. This one. Alright. It's above where it should be. because it's connecting to where the actual fifth wheel would be, but now it's not actually there. So remove trailer. I'll just do save editing. That's not the word. I'm still not used to the placement of the keys between the two keyboards I use. And also it's rather funny when they spawn here, because then there's a chance the trailer will fly. Edunting, yes. Ooh, a little bit of bump, that's fine. You get a notification. That's kind of like the Waze thing. It looks like Waze when you report that someone's nearby you, I think. But nice skins. DLCs, usually. DLC paint jobs are quite nice. Or rewards for events. Triples. Yes. Some, no. Every time someone mentions it, I have to be very specific. Very specific. There are certain triple combinations that are not allowed due to the way that the triples connect to each other. If you have a standard box trailer like this red one here, that's fine. That's fine. Why are there so many buses? Oh my god. But hey, they moved. So that means they didn't follow the instruction. Though I cannot click on them right now. Because I don't know which one is them. So I'll let them drive out a bit so I can see their name separate from everyone else. It is busy. Become an admin if you were banned. If it's 3 years ago, that's fine. I believe the limit is between the last year, within the last 12 months. Something like that. They got rid of the job. I want you to get rid of the trailer. It says remove trailer. Ooh, there's the bump. Trailer. Yeah, with the triple, it sticks out even further, so that's more likely to go flying. Some of them I've seen fly backwards over the industry. They just fly away. And they still don't remove it. Oh, there we go. No, you didn't. No, this is the back of yours. I thought they did. Right? Yeah. They haven't done it yet. I'll do 3 teleports. That's me being very generous. Very nice. Everyone's using the bus, yes. Whenever a new vehicle gets added, people swarm to try it. When the other bus got added, the D-bus, the city bus, everyone was using that. That's just what happens. And I also said that when any new feature, new weapon, new whatever gets added to another game, you will try it out. It's the same thing. A new hero gets added to whatever games use heroes. You know, you're going to try it out. That's just how it works. I'm waiting. Are you still there? Are you actually gonna do anything about it? All I need you to do is just dismiss the trailer. How about I change that to dismiss trailer? And then teleport them back. You're probably AFK by now. Welcome in, Killua, big fan. The bus is fun. The bus is nice. It's just, you know, yeah, if you really want the true bus experience, this isn't the game for that, because it's made to be a truck sim, okay? Oh, there we go. But that trailer's fine. If you want a fun thing made by SES, because SES did trucks well, there we go, it's gone. Good. Thank you. Right? Yes. Third time's the charm. There's no red. I can't see a red trailer. Good, good. And it works the same way the other way around. If you drive a truck or a whatever in another game, it may not be as good as playing this game because this game is dedicated for that. You'd play this game if you want to play a truck sim, you know? Same sort of thing. Yeah, with the bus DLC, that'll be like a good experience. It's still, well, maybe it'll be better than the other bus games, who knows? But for now, the mods do a pretty decent job. We might see a record in players. We had the game's record was beaten with Nordic Horizons. So, they did a pretty good job there. This person's too far over, so it doesn't activate the gate. The bus station here is here. For going to Dusseldorf. This is Sim 1. Yeah, Yeah, there'll be new features. It'd be nice to see. I mentioned this during either Monday stream or yesterday's stream, where it would be nice if they kind of made up some in-game actual brand liveries, like the Flix bus, which is known for being green with orange, I believe. If you see a green bus, you think, oh, look, they're, you know, it's basically the same thing. But why not have some text on it? That'd be nice. I do have the snowy moon, yes. What I'm going to do is put the camera here, so you can see all the buses come and go. And I'm going to quickly BRB. You got me wee woos? You what? You've just joined every... Well, you don't have your wee woos yet. Technically, you don't have it yet. Right? Technically. I like to say, like, wait, because when someone, you have wee woos. What do you mean you have wee woos, though? Huh? Duisburg has a bus stop near the Car 4 company that's practically identical to the one in Dusseldorf. I don't know. There are pre-made ones that were made the same when we had the D-Bus edition. I don't know why it doesn't go to Dusseldorf. Duisburg. There are loads of other stops on the way that are missed out. So, I'm not sure. Welcome in. Big fan. Appreciate the follow. Maybe in the future, because there's only 40, 38 something routes. A lot of them are kind of one way, then go back the other way. Some of the DLCs are missed out. Would be nice to have more of those. But eventually, down the line, they say you'll be able to make your own. Then someone can make one to Duisburg. And do that properly. Ignoring it, 150 speed. Appreciate that, Killua, big fan. Wait about this is Calais. I'm looking at the bus station. But I'm just gonna BRB. Look at the yellow buses. I like that there is a slight gradient on it as well. 150? Oh, the highest I think is Sammy, who's on... It's Sammy and Jono, both are 400 plus. The gradient where it goes from like a dark to a light. Pretty good. Pretty good. Even if it's like... I'm assuming that's how the preset colors were made. If you're using a standard custom color, it may not do that. 150, I know why. 150. Okay. Won't be too long. BRB. Look, there's a green bus. See? The whole Flixbus thing. Hello, Mr. Pastor. Welcome in. I have seen the new Scout, yes. I haven't used it yet. I have the ability to use it. Welcome in, big fan. I was BRB. 14 updates. A lot of things got tweaked, I guess. On the TMP Discord, there's a changelog that gets written. Yeah, Mr. Pastor, we had it beginning of the stream. I showed off the live counter, and that was pretty cool. What are we on now? 12,028? Oh my god. Thank you all for joining. City name, Calais. Calais. Maybe a financial anti-cheat. We have things we use, perhaps. You mind? Well, I'm just that good at detecting it. Yeah. There goes the Flixbus. Can I ban your friends? Sadly not. Thing is, though, if your friend has... Where was this ban taking place? Oh, it's the same guy. Oh, is this the same report I had claimed? No, that's the same one. Okay. Never mind. If, is your friend driving in the busiest areas, even though you know that they have a slight limitation with how they're able to drive? Why would they be driving there? If that's the case. They shouldn't. Because that's bad for them. My guy, what are you doing? Come on now. I have all the DLC, yes. No, there are air horns. You're able to use air horns. I have horns turned off. Because otherwise I'd hear them all the time. Because the moment someone is stationary for like 10 seconds too long, they just spam the horn. So, during reports I have them off. I hope they're gonna safely drive it. Subscribble, yes. Say something in in-game chat. No. It's busy for now, yes. Look at the queue leading down there. Oh my god. What's your question, Kieran? What's up? Welcome in. Logan, appreciate the follow. Tran, Lenny, Alex, Francisco, Red, big fan. 75 stream streak, Mr. Pest. Big fan. I do music sometimes, yes. Last month I had something, month before I had that. That's about it. You did this one? Well, what are they trying to do, eh? Why were they reversing like that? Where are they wanting to go, anyway? That's just a normal question. What are we going backwards for? Was it maybe just to regroup with other people? No, that's just going... You do know you can just go back to the city by, you know, teleporting, right? Or maybe this is how they wanted to join this lane. I wouldn't know where they are now. It's a white bus. There's loads of others. I mean, you know, you slightly made someone panic. Wouldn't recommend doing it. Like that. That was a close swerve. Have they done anything else in similar sense since then? As a guy who usually plays TMP with the keyboard on occasion, do you have a recommendation on which steering wheel? Depends on what type you want. A go-to standard starter wheel that's pretty good is the Logitech G29, G920, G923. Any of those are pretty good. That's you? Oh, you have that type of trailer. Okay. So he's here then, if that's you. Didn't really get far. I'm assuming it was so that they could join the correct lane instead of pushing in the line, and they affected one guy by making him swerve a little bit. Driving backwards is bad. But that's the kind of, you know, like halfway bad. The truck is nice. Not bad. I like that you've used some of the accessories from the DLC. Yeah. Me, if this was mine, I would cover that up. But that's not mine, so it doesn't matter. Ignore me. I just exposed fuel tank just looked weird. that's what most people have. Like, this one's exposed, this one's not. That one looks better. Just looks more complete, you know? Recommend Moza or Fanatec? I have not used Fanatec, so I am not sure. I can only recommend Moza because the Moza one's pretty good, but it's expensive. Both Moza and Fanatec are very expensive. They're not what I recommend for starting your drives, unless you have the money, in which case, sure. What the hell was that? Oh my god. I think the report that you made, I'll skip on that one, because the reversing was bad. But not bad, you know. I just sound stupid saying that. Might as well be like the Michael Jackson song, yeah? Drive DAF when? I have driven the DAF. I have 100k on my DAF, I think. 120k, something like that. It is expensive. Even with the discount code or referral link that's in my name. You can use that, but it doesn't give you a discount, sadly. Hashtag not sponsored. That's your message. Let's use a company name on the side of your trailer as long as the company isn't open. What do you mean a company name on the side? You can't have custom skins that others can see. If you have one, only you'd be able to see it. Cannot recommend Fanatec. This. Are you lagging that much? Is that why? Did you just not see them? How did that happen? Company name tag. So like a real, in your name tag having a company's name? Like a VTC or a real world company? I didn't delete it. Okay, just making sure they're not there. What was that? What was that? It could be any one of these people. What? Huh? BTC, so isn't open yet. Oh, if it's one that you're going to make but it's not open yet, that's fine then. It's not like you're trying to impersonate a VTC that had closed or something, that you're still trying to... People might think you're still a part of it. Hang on. Because they're swerving a lot. Okay, not really causing a problem there. Yeah, if you want the bundle that Moza has, the trucking bundle specifically, that's like 500, 600, something like that. Yeah, you can have the tag like that, that's fine. Of your own VTC. This is why this one's confused, because that's the only one thing that happens during this report. And that stutter was them joining the city traffic. But then they did bounce from that, just a bit late. So there's a chance that the person didn't spawn in for them or something. That's decent. But it's a collision. But, you know, that's weird. A car? They were nearby as well, weren't they? Oh yeah, true, what were they doing? What the hell? Oh, they hit something else? Ah. Whoop! Straight over the top. Oh, okay, they didn't actually drive down the wrong side. Fair enough. But again, like, it's one of those things where if you do ban for them, and it turns out in hindsight that they genuinely could see the person and just didn't bother braking. That's one. Two would be if they genuinely had desync and then I have to remove it anyway because it was just desync, and on their perspective, for example, if they show their perspective, blah 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 blah, you know, like the other alternatives to it. Pretty silly to do that. So you're allowed to open a VTC if you have 4 bans. You can if you set the requirements for what you want your VTC to be. It doesn't actually matter what you have. I'm sure banned players in the past have opened their own. Other sim game? Don't know. It'll probably be on YouTube because the Twitch is locked to this. TMP admin, you're the only one? Hey, it's not just me. Is that why people resort to coming into my streams and asking me specifically? Because I'm clearly the only one? No. There's a few of us that stream, and there's a few of us that, a few others that make videos. Can you reply? Hello. How you doing? Welcome in. Did you ask a question previously? If it is not to do with the ban, you may repeat it. start. Oh, is there a deer? Have you not noticed it before? That's Drew. Excuse me. Introduce yourself properly. PS5 player, and you'll wait every time a new chat message comes in. That scrolls. I have to look on this one. No, this one scrolls up as well. Oh my god, the YouTube chat. Where was that message? It's like that message just disappeared. This is really confusing every time a message comes in. A tag lift, an MAN tag lift, 6x2. That is your choice. Whatever truck you want to use as your first vehicle, you can choose. Go for it. That's why you have the freedom to choose. This is the Alpine route, the Alps, the IK road. This is the middle spot on that road. That'll be a website. You can link to a Discord, that's fine. I think some of them don't even have a website linked. That stuff is required if you were to have enough members and proceed to want it to get validated or verified. You have to have the proper stuff filled in for that. That way you can be a recognized, proper stuff. BTC. They're staying? Yes. They're not temp. If they were temp and only here for maybe like a year, you'd be told that. If anything else happens between the agreement between the two groups, like the last one, then you'll be told about that as well. Really? Like that's what they got reported for? They're just a bit too enthusiastic when leaving. Maybe they're lagging. Who knows? You know? Some of these songs I'm going to just remove. I started adding these because they were copyright free, but now when someone makes a generic house version of a popular pop song, lazy. Hello Isman, welcome in. Hope you're well. City bus, yes, the D-bus. There was a disagreement between the two. Pilot, yeah. Very wobbly stability as well. More reports. Well, I've had a handful of coach reports, yes, but in general, the amount of reports we have hasn't changed. It's still always 100 reports, you know? You're thinking to delete and make another one? Only 1k? Over 1k? That's not too bad. Killua, thank you for joining. Big fan, have a good rest of your evening. Not a problem. Do I think they'll win tonight? Who knows? They've been doing very well before. If we do have a goal or two, I'm sure Harry Kane will get one. He is the striker, so... surely, right? Some people are saying that it may go to penalties, and it might win on penalties. FIFA apparently has been biased during some of the matches. There's Messi. I mean, Messi has never played us before. Bellingham, maybe Bellingham. I just hope it will have some good moments, you know? Money! That was loud! Was that one of the Kofi resubs? That might be, because I turned off the notification for it. Big fan. Big fan if that was! I had it so that it showed up in the Twitch chat as well, because resubs in that sense don't automatically show up. Good job. Oh, you banned me? Appeal. I love that you went through both of them, but then you got glitched out after that. If you didn't get glitched out, I'd be kind of annoyed. Like, why did the physics not mess up for you? Why did it mess up for someone else and not you? Yeah, FIFA's on Argentina's side. They seem to be, yes. So that's why there was, as I mentioned earlier, there's a meme where everyone else is rooting for us, which is a rare occasion, in the hopes that Argentina doesn't do well. If someone crashes into you, do you get damaged and have to pay all the repairs? Yes. There's no, like, insurance thing. It would be really cool if someone causes damage to you and they have to pay, but that would only work well if there was no possible way to manipulate the money yourself. So if you hit someone else and you have $1 billion in the bank anyway, it doesn't matter to you because that's just pocket money. You know? Great player. I hear he is. I hear he is. What are these ones? These reports. Ooh, okay, you spawned inside someone else, yeah. Yeah. No, the 10 reports, you have to have them be closed and sorted before you can submit more of them. It's to prevent people from spamming hundreds of reports. So you will have to wait a bit. Windows notification, time for Linux. Yeah, you're getting bloat. Yeah, might be. 2-1 Argentina. The dodgy decisions thing will definitely have to be debated. ETS3, no. No point. It wouldn't be good financially. There's no point. Graphics are different because I'm using the Snowy Moon lighting plugin, which tweaks the lighting of the game. A little bit less washed out, better, it's slightly more exposed, but, you know. I hope the volume of the engine gets fixed soon, yes. Good luck, Falco, stay safe. Can't do much about air horns. I think they were spamming it because I didn't read the message yet. The Alps. This is in Dusseldorf. This is the busiest place for buses specifically because there is a bus stop round the corner. But that's not hacking, it just so happens. I don't know what's going to happen when those two leave each other's hitbox. They're going to be like that all the way to the actual stop, of which the stop... Oh, there we go. That might be them. They might have finally separated. The stop is here. Look at how many people there are. So many. Getting on all the buses at the same time. You are in a non-collision state only when you're actually in the loading process of your bus. Up to that, you don't have one. And there's just a queue here because several things. Number one, if you don't own the DLCs, map DLCs, this will be the first route that appears in the list of bus routes. 2, this is a bus stop, not a bus station. A lot of the others are bus stations, so if this had an actual thing you could go into, everyone would be in that building first, not just queuing on the side of the road. So, but there are some admins here, and they have placed some signs down. Try and make people go elsewhere. Hello, Felix. How you doing? What are your thoughts for this evening? Hey, how do you think it's going to go? So yeah, they're being guided through the industry just to slow them down a bit, I guess. England. Not keep stacking. They shouldn't. I don't think so many of them should stack there because it doesn't look good. Let's put it that way. If you want to see who is actually getting on your bus, I wouldn't stack too many people there. Nah, don't do that. Connor's did one. The IK road is here. This one. The area we are looking at in Dusseldorf is here. So they're being guided through the FCP all the way up, and then the bus stop is about here. On the other side of the road. But a place you should go is here. This sideways road here. Yeah, go there. Don't lose their heads. Argentines, multi-rounds. As long as there's no bias from FIFA as well. Yeah? That's another main thing. I'd be supporting England because they're my peoples. But in my case, supporting is a very loose term. Just saying the meme. The meme is good. I forwarded it to another server as well. It's pretty good. That's going to be what it's going to be like. Is that a Felix color? Kind of. I do have all the DLC. The bus, you need to buy it first in the mod dealer. Similar to where you buy your trucks, but there's a separate button for that. And then when you have it in your player list, there's a bus icon right there. I can't click it because I'm not currently driving one. When you're able to click that, just put it back in the right place. There is a small menu that opens and you can select which route you want. Press begin route and it will direct you to the nearest stop to actually go to. From there, it looks like the same way, the same outline when you go and deliver or pick up your job. Except it's people instead of cargo. Oh yeah, I'm sure Tuna's done a tutorial. I mean, I could as well if I had the time to sift through this VOD and do it. I could do it from this VOD. That menu. The one I just dragged around is the player list. Or the tab menu as we call it. Because you press tab to open. Hello Connor, there you are. Big fan. You enjoying Dusseldorf yet? There's all the signs here that we don't see. What vehicle physics? Between the two. The physics are slightly different. They've been modified a few times since they came out. Buses are out. Adam, this is not the DLC. This is not the coach DLC. No, you'll be told if it was. Where are they trying to go, though? You want to go left. You can't go left. Got to go right all the way around. You can't go left. This is... there. You can't go to the left. To go to the left, you have to go all the way around this way. And then, that's the same way again. This way, and then go round to the right. So take the right turn several times until you end up that way. Not my problem, that's just how the signage is put. What will happen? You'll still be able to use both. You'll end up with 4 coaches. Because the coaches coming in the DLC are not the one that's modelled here. So it's 4 different models. Insurance quote with Aviva, 7k. Because they still flag down new-ish drivers, don't they? Newish drivers they give, because they're liable to not be safe and all that. It's always very expensive. Bus simulator, yes. That's very expensive. Demo doesn't exist. Fine by me. Admin unbanned. Admin appeal. Appeal your ban. That's a good parking spot. I discussed this one in a previous stream. This entire bit that they can drive in, which for some reason they've taken quite a fancy to, isn't crossing over the road, the actual road, in any way, so it shouldn't matter. Now, yeah, I wouldn't recommend bashing into each other and being like a free-for-all because it doesn't matter where you are, but this isn't on the road, this is. If you were blocking this, yes. If you're blocking this, yes. This is a different lane. But I understand how that looks like it's blocking. What a weird parking spot. Still there, probably. Oh, they moved. They moved forward a bit. Maybe someone complained about it. Yeah, it's nice that they, it's interesting that they're going there. This is after the Alps Road, further along round the corner. Because they don't want to be in the area itself. Interesting. Did one with Admiral, it was 2.2k. That's a bit better. That's more like it. Are those the only 2? 3 or 4 grand. Remember it was funny when there was one of the Top Gear episodes where they were going through trying to get insurance for less than 1k or something? And all of them were just really expensive. was quite a lot. Quite expensive. Here we go. Gaining. You're going to overtake? You're going to bash in the tunnel? Not like that. Why? The moment your mirror is in front of the person, you think you can just merge. Why? It's not how that should work. You made the person move over. That's bad. It's bad. Luckily, no damage. But it's reckless. To a degree. Tempting. UK insurance is a bit much. It's a bit of a silly billy, yes. They've quoted 1K, but they don't do a multi-car policy. Well, good luck. Yeah, the moment the indicator is on, he just goes for it. Is this the same thing? Just from the other guy's POV? No, different. I thought it looked like the same vehicle. Did you... wow, that's really unstable. It's not like they moved heavily. Oh, and then they reloaded the save and... Ah, I see. That's fine. That's fine. This, they've just spawned in. So someone has seen them going real quick. Nice. I see. Oh, the sounds. Oh, it's really busy. Why are you turning around like that? The car that you pay 1.5k for costs 800 per year. 50k also costs 800. Jesus. Server generated? Maybe. 153 there, that's not hacking. It's when someone is stuck in the queue. Because when you're waiting for the queue, you can technically go any speed you want, and then the server's limit kicks in. Good job, now they're stuck. Gonna get revenge now. Where's this? This is the Alps. You go down from Innsbruck and find your way here. This is the Innsbruck side. If they're going to be opening mod apps, we did a couple weeks ago. Unlikely to have another one for a while, because they're not very common. But you missed it. I told people about it, but you missed it. Sadly. Full license in a month? Good luck. Very exciting. Is it just a beef between these two people? Because they're still slowly catching up to you? That one? Yeah, nothing else though. I like the Moser. The Moser's very nice to drive with. Yeah. Hello, Zinks. Big fan. Is that how that's meant to be said? Welcome in. It was this. Just confused on what the idea was. You go around them like that, a bit dodgy, but that's fine. Online media. For the 153, no, I saw it as well. I'm saying that's not hacking. In that example, that's not hacking. It's different. I do know of Lime, yes. Lime is a fellow admin. And then they just try and push past. A license. Oh. Video on my false feedback. There isn't much. There's no point in me making a video on it because it's such a low setting, it's almost like I don't have any. I'm not a fan of using quite a lot of force feedback. You know how you're like pushing as well, you see? It doesn't work though, but it's funny that you got stuck. That's quite funny. Doesn't count. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Not the same. 0 and 100%. Ooh, that's got to be added to the list of challenges. That'll be interesting. Hello, Shu. Need some help on that list? Are you going to make a dent in the list? Unlikely. Game screen high. I haven't opened the software in a very long time. If I have the software open, the game stutters. Just a fantastic thing that I didn't really find a solution for. So I don't have the software open. The only thing it gives me is the lights, which I'm not bothered by. Hello, Andy. Düsseldorf. Good job. These are new. These are new. Within the last minute. So that's one. Remember that. When did we get buses? Last Friday. We did. You gonna bump anyone else? You all need to turn to the right. So you're Chuck, it is nice, isn't it? I think I like it. Next time we go driving, we could do some more bus routes. Then maybe back to truck. Who knows? Still DLC though. I feel. Collisions. Okay. No. Second one, no. But first one, yes. Thought it was you. Naughty, naughty. Shouldn't be. Yeah, grey and black. The only thing that one person pointed out was that, yes, the horn clips into the bar a little bit. Because I want the horn on the bar, or just away from the bar. This. There. You wanted to pass them, you knew that you were only a little bit faster than them because your vehicle is lighter, but you didn't get it in time. So this was the result. That's what you did. So don't do that. 160 in the queue. Go on Sim 2 if you want to do some reports. Not reports. You want to do some bus driving. Hacking, wrong way, and reckless. Okay. Okay, bro. Oh, that's the other guy's fault. That's not your fault, that's this guy's fault. It's not hacking, Aaron. Don't just read that. This is more like a suggestion at this point. You see how they're over the middle line? Still over. Then they go over it again as they meet in the middle. Technically, suspect gets close as well, but the suspect does not hit. This guy does. There's no hack. It's hacking and other things, which automatically, in my mind, means it's not hacking. That. This is where 0.5 times speed would be lovely. It's backed up towards against you because, of course, you went over the line several times before that. So, you know, they got sent flying. Good job. This report is on the same guy. Is it for the same thing? Yes, it seems to be. We're heading. I'm not the one driving this time. This is near Innsbruck, though. That sign was near Innsbruck. Heading down towards Innsbruck. Okay. How often do you find bogus reports? Not very often, actually. Ones like that, I always look at when it says hacking, because it's likely that it's hacking and other things. I guess they just want to get our attention, thinking, oh, it's hacking. But no, usually people report for what they're supposed to. I just take it as a guide, really. Yeah, so they're already bound with that. it's not, you know, it's not accurate. I review what they do and I go, it was for this and this. That's kind of what I was waiting for. Whoa, there we go. What was that? Did you just tow to road and you're under the road? LOL. Yeah, it gives you pointers. So if it's for blocking, it's likely that someone is either completely stationary or restricting someone else from moving. If it's inappropriate overtaking, wrong way, it could be either one of those. Report back. I could, just to see if they did anything leading up to that, but at least I saw what I needed to. Way better. Because he overtook and smashed into an oncoming person. He's going to claim that he got pushed out of his lane. That's not how that works, though. This one. How far back can we go here? Come on. There. They survived that. Then we continue, and then here's the bit that I saw, because I was watching the red truck to see if they were going to push in at the end, and then no. This. Sneak past. They are definitely going to say that the red truck pushed them out of their lane. You tried to pass because you weren't slowing down enough. You were still trying to sort of cling on to the side of that. Keep seeing the stream starting soon. You shouldn't. Is it bugging out? Refresh? Yeah, you see what I mean now? See what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, so that counts. Banned. They are already banned. They're banned from the when I saw it in real time. I'm just reporting it back to see it. So yes, that'll just be added to it, I guess, to show that they did that. Oh, Schlossman. Get him out. He's gone. He's gone. Carry on server 1. I am on server 1 as well. I'm not driving, though. I'm just looking at what people are doing. Last one. I should have used that as the main, yeah. Interesting truck. Okay, okay. Pretty cool design. Last one. This better be good. Let's see. Then we'll conclude after this. Big trailer. Oh, that was very close. D's, welcome in. Yep. You should, but you know where else you should also go and drive? Frankfurt to Prague. At this point, I should be sponsored by that road, somehow. Not even a thing. How do you join TMP? You need to download the client of TruckersMP from the main website. And then run it, and then tell it where your game is installed, and that's basically it. We boycott. You don't, that's not what the word boycott means. The opposite of boycott means that you sort of go in favor of it. Boycotting it is avoiding it. You'll sponsor me? Well, I'm trying to. Again, I did it once before. I will do it again. This is in the Alps. This is between Innsbruck and Klagenfurt. Quality indeed. I could up the sharpness, but it would look terrible. So no. Rich guy, I appreciate the fun. Banana, big fan. And the roses. Very nice. Sponsored by me. Oh, you know how this is going to turn out, right? Assuming they went AFK there. bing, bada boom. It's going to end any second now anyway. Do you think the UK should be reworked? Da Vinci, I've got great news for you. It is currently being reworked. That's coming soon. It is being reworked. So yes, I agree it should be. Because it is. 2.4, yeah. Not really. This one was 2.4ing though. Briefly. Yeah, they forgot the parking brake. The park on a hill. If you are parking anywhere, even if it looks like a flat bit of ground, just put your parking brake on. You never know. Don't want to come back to you being in the middle of the road somewhere. Bit of a scratch. I just don't know why you do that though. You bumped. You sort of, you know. I'll do a little for that. Because you're overtaken on a corner and you're wobbling around bumping into people. It means you're not stable. Still there? Could you imagine? No. They're gone. Auto hold. What is auto hold to you? Isn't that not just parking brake? Another form of brake to hold you there? Are you just going to sit there? Parags? John Translator? Ooh. What languages do you speak? What are you translating for? Automatically preventing you from rolling on a hill. Oh, I see. Is that something that is... That's what most automatic vehicles have, don't they? I think electric vehicles do that as well. Sandu, appreciate the follow. Welcome in. Zinc as well, previously. Gerard, big fan. Hungarian. Very good. Good luck. You'll now see some of the interesting things that people say that will then need translating. I'm sure the translators have a fun time trying to translate stuff like that. Especially in Turkish. Normal time. This is real time. Like, we're not in a report right now, no. Because we're done for the session. Alps is dead. Yeah, this is a bit of propaganda here. Just ignore the dots behind. Over there, ignore that. We're reporting live from a very empty Alps road. It's a shame. Suddenly everyone disappeared, you know. What are we going to do about that? Nothing. The most traffic is here. The Innsbruck to Klagenfurt road. Everyone went to FP. Finally, I know. And you should too. Huh? That's a good slogan. Yeah, they're all stuck in Düssel, yeah. So any attempt to make F2P busy is being sort of pushed to the side, as Dylan doesn't like as well, because of the buses in Düssel. Yeah. You got someone banned for the first time. You don't usually send a request, but they were bothering everyone. Very abusive words. Well, I appreciate that you sent in a report for that, and it's very cool that it got accepted. Well done. Yeah, that's the mindset of a lot of players, yeah. Even if someone bumps into you, it's still entirely up to you whether you actually want to report them or not. If it's not a big deal, then you don't have to. That's fine. But if they are doing something bad, if they're swearing, cursing someone's mother out and so on, you know. That's not good. Clean. Still dangerous though. Most popular roads. The IK road. Currently. We're suggesting people don't go to the IK road and they go to Frankfurt to Prague instead. Because that's a cool road. I thought that car was going to overtake. It's close. How lenient are mods? It varies between the mods. Foul language. Well, generally, as a good mindset to have, you can go your entire life without swearing. Believe it or not. You don't need those words. They're filler words. If you're the kind of person that swears and puts them in your sentences as many times as you say or what the frick? Well, yeah, exactly. You don't need them. So, you don't need it. It makes you sound like if you do swear genuinely a lot. I mean, yeah, the Aussies get a bit of a pass, especially for the C word. That's kind of their thing. But it means different things to them, you know? They have an exception, yes. Normally, you don't need any of those words. You can get banned for save editing. Depends on what you edit. Certain things are allowed, certain things are not. If your edit involves a lot of clipping components, missing components, floating components, then it could be. Depends on the situation. Speaking or typing, both. Using them in general. Reese, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. And skip. Both apply. I like to say frick instead, which is rather funny as well. But that's only to exaggerate something, I think. So long of not actually saying the F word that I don't need to say it. Heck in you, what the heck? Frick is very rude, it is. It is, it's worse. It's worse than the actual word. A kablam. Just to bump into each other as well. Fridge. What the fridge did? What the hell? Suddenly one more. Is it this one? I think I saw this one go past, then I saw this one. Oh, I see. Yeah, it was this one. What was that about, huh? Good job, good job. Nice. Aina, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. Are you a real person or are you a compromised account on Kick? How you doing? A good day. A double whammy. How are you? I'm doing well. What is your next message? I'm waiting for it. Are you a real person? Do you want to communicate on Discord about some slop? Shed, did you just unfollow and refollow? How dare you? No, the other car only really affected their own friend, which sounded rather funny. That's not the one I was really looking at. Black car was you, so the one that overtook. Well, then enjoy your ban, if that was you. Free Shavakadu? The newbies don't know that reference. They don't know it. Ollie? Ollie, why did you just unfollow? How dare you? What the hell? So mean. Hee, don't do that. Aloms, we should follow, big fan. Oh, shit. Look at what we're on now. We're well over it. Damn. Flew past.